Hi, my name is Adam, and some of you probably already know me from GNP products. In this video, I would like to show you how to clean a long gun and explain the principles of GNP products. We will be cleaning an AR-type rifle, but you can apply this knowledge to any other rifle, or carbine. The rules are simple. Take a look. We have a rifle that is more or less dirty. How neglected it is can affect the duration of cleaning and the possible repetition of certain actions. The principle is simple. After checking that the weapon is unloaded and disassembling it into parts, we assess whether it's enough to blow it with air or if we need to use a brush first. Remember, to use brushes made of the appropriate material so as not to scratch the surface and components of the rifle. We blow the weapon to avoid creating unnecessary so-called mud, which is a mixture of dirt and chemicals that will be harder to remove and will require more cleaning agents. At this stage, we need to prepare the surface for the final cleaning, which means getting rid of everything unnecessary on the surface of the metal or composite of our rifle. This applies to both broadly understood dirt and layers of previously used chemicals. Degreaser cleaner effectively removes loose dirt that we couldn't remove with air. Due to the high application pressure, it flushes out what got into the weapon during shooting and carrying, such as sand, soil, dust, and what results from gunpowder combustion and shooting, namely copper shavings and lead particles. This agent also initially dissolves gunpowder residue. Since this agent primarily acts as a cleaner besides dissolving dirt, it also removes previously applied chemical agents that were intended to protect the weapon from corrosion and excessive dirt adhesion. Our cleaner displaces water from the surface and evaporates quickly. However, if we are pressed for time, we can speed up the evaporation process of the product by blowing air over the weapon parts. The barrel is the part of the weapon that is exposed to dirt resulting from the gunpowder combustion process. Therefore, time is needed for this element. For our foam to work and dissolve a thicker layer of carbon and powder residues, it is worth waiting at least 10 to 15 minutes after applying the foam. This time allows the chemicals to take effect and the cleaning result will be optimal. The foam can also be used to clean hard-to-reach areas, such as the trigger mechanism in the lock mechanism or the gas key, for example. The remaining parts of the rifle and the surface of the frame can be treated with gun cleaner. This is a cleaning agent with a similar composition to the foam, but it differs in the method of application. It comes in a spray bottle, making it more economical to use as it doesn't splatter. And since it's not in an aerosol, its scent is minimal. We apply it to the remaining parts of the weapon. It is recommended, similar to the foam, to wait about 5 to 10 minutes before proceeding with mechanical cleaning. But if the weapon is not very dirty and we don't have enough time, we can practically start cleaning immediately. Remember, when using gun cleaner and foam on DLC surfaces, to ensure that these surfaces do not come into contact with these agents for longer than 15 to 20 minutes. For cleaning, we can use brushes with appropriate bristles, cotton swabs, and clean cloths. During mechanical cleaning, we may notice that the foam changes color to blue. This is the result of a reaction between the chemical agents and copper and brass. After the mechanical cleaning stage, we proceed to rinse off the remnants of gun cleaner along with all the dissolved powder residues, carbon deposits, and old oils. The cleaner evaporates after a few minutes, leaving a dry and clean surface. We can speed up this process as before by blowing air over the weapon's components. Remember, at this stage the weapon is clean, but unprotected, and leaving it in this state is not the best idea. After 10 to 15 minutes, the barrel is ready to be cleaned. For cleaning, we can use products of the appropriate caliber, such as a cleaning rod with patches, a brass brush, a bore snake, or simply a clean cloth wrapped around a plastic brush. We insert the cleaning rod or bore snake from the chamber side. We repeat the process until a fresh cloth or patch comes out clean. Finally, we rinse the barrel with a degreaser, and then to speed up the evaporation process, we can blow air through it. On the clean parts that are movable and work the hardest in our rifle, synthetic grease should be applied. We apply a small amount of grease in the form of a drop on the metal parts that work together. Then we spread the grease over their surface with a cotton swab. The grease should be applied before using gun oil. After cleaning, the weapon is susceptible to environmental effects and may corrode. For maintenance, gun oil should be used. We apply it in a thin layer over the entire surface of the weapon and its components, in a manner similar to spray painting. After this step, we wipe the rifle components with a clean cloth, thereby removing the excess oil. To maintain the rifle barrel, that will be stored for a longer period, for example in a cabinet, a thin layer of oil should be applied to its surface. We suggest spraying a patch or cloth with gun oil and applying it inside the barrel in a manner similar to cleaning it. Remember, to remove the layer of oil from the barrel with a clean patch or cloth soaked in a cleaner before visiting the shooting range. After completing all the above steps, we have a cleaned and preserved weapon ready for shooting or storing in the cabinet. I hope this video helps you understand the principle of how the products work and the process of cleaning a weapon. The principles of using chemicals for weapons and the stages of cleaning them are quite simple and logical, especially once you understand certain technical aspects step by step. Greetings and see you at the shooting range.